Hello, everybody. I pray that you are well and enjoying your day. Wow, what a storm, or the side effects of a storm, a hurricane. Can't even imagine being in the hurricane and what it actually felt like with what we had to endure. I'm praying for the safety of those that it affected more than us, praying that they are safe. When I seen the sun came out, it was immediate reaction for me to want to come outside and to enjoy this nice weather. It's not too hot, not too cold, kind of just right. This is the time of season where the weather fluctuates. So sometimes it could be cold, sometimes it could be hot. Don't know what to wear, what to put on, the temperature to keep inside the house. I still have not turned on my heat yet. Trying to hold out as long as possible, but I do have my little space heater. The first thing for me to go is my hands and my feet, and I can't do it. But I'm grateful for the sun, because that is a reminder to me that the storm is only temporary. And so, even while going through a storm, we never know how much the storm affects us until the storm has subsided. And then we're able to assess the damage afterwards. Sometimes we talk about after the storm, getting through the storm, or getting past the storm, but we very rarely talk about what to do or how to endure when we're in the midst of a storm. It's kind of easy to say what we can do or the outcome after it's happened, because there's joy. I made it through the storm, and but what about in the midst of the storm? Because that's when it intensifies. That's when it's at its greatest. And in the midst of the storm, sometimes we feel like we can't overcome it or we can't make it. One of the things that I am learning, continuing to learn, that no matter my circumstances, no matter my situations, no matter what I'm going through, no matter the storm, I realize if I keep my eyes focused on God, if I change my perspective, meaning not to look at the storm itself, that God can still give me peace even in the midst of the storm. Everything surrounding me could be crazy, but God can give me a sound mind because I'm continuing to keep my eyes, or continue to keep my thoughts focus on Him. And in His word it says He will keep us in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on Thee. And so, sometimes even in the midst of a storm, I have to do whatever I can to maintain my peace. So that's one of the things that I have been focusing on, even in the midst of this pandemic, because my anxiety level, and I'm sure for so many, is crazy. And so I'm having to do whatever I can to maintain my peace and to eliminate those things that will cause me to even be more at rage or unbalanced or uneasy. And so I used to be to where music is my heart. I love music, all types of music, and I would normally have music going on or something going on. It was like I just had to have that. But now I'm finding myself where I need more peace and quiet. It's in the stillness of the moment, where my mind is clear and it's not chaotic. It's not all over the place, and I can hear God even more in the still small voice. He speaks to us, and sometimes we can miss it if everything is all over the place, including our mind and our hearts. So I just wanted to encourage you, even though we've come out of this particular natural storm, some of us are going through storms in our life, whether it's internal, whether it's financially, whether it's in a relationship or in a marriage, in a friendship, on our job. Some of us have lost our jobs. Some of us have lost our income, or it has been decreased. But I just want to encourage you that even in the midst of whatever storm that you are going through, that God is still able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ever think or even imagine. But we have to allow what we're going through. It's also a learning experience. It's building our character. It's building our spiritual muscles. So when we go to the next storm, what we've carried out of this storm will help us to even get through the next one. And it allows us, depending on what we do in the midst of the storm, that will determine what happens after the storm and what that next step is. So I just wanted to encourage you. I hope that you all are remaining safe during this time, and know that I'm praying for you and want you to be encouraged and lift up your head, and smile, because a smile makes the difference. Even though sometimes we may be burdened, our hearts may be heavy, but I realize that when you smile, it changes your posture, and allows your posture to stand up and stand firm. And even though we all may be experiencing different things, I smile because God makes me happy, and it is still well in my soul, because I know He has everything under control. But I hope that you all have a blessed day. Be encouraged. Know that we can get through this together. Be blessed.